Paradise, Louisiana, with Gary Risponi and Don Dubuque. Paradise, Louisiana would also like to thank these sponsors.
At Rouge Coca-Cola Bottling Company, Aerial Access, the leader in aerial work process. Benny's Car Wash and Oil Change. Cracker Barrel Convenience Stores, we have more than you expect. Blue Cross Blue Shield of Louisiana. Farm Bureau Insurance. Louisiana Fish Fry Products. Demco. First South Farm Credit. Area Wholesale Tire Company. With tire programs for tire dealers.
Welcome to this week's edition of Ride the Bull. Ride the Bull. I don't ride the bull. Ride the Bull Redfish. That was it.
It's also Dog Day edition because we in the dog days of summer right now.
Oh, dog days of summer. But we had a cool front. That's what came over
this
this
had a
weekend.
nice, pleasant little cool front.
Cool front got down to about 91. It was a cool front.
Well, I'll tell you, my ride out of Hopedale this week was really pleasant. It was actually a little chilly. I was thinking about putting a jacket on. It really was. We had a little front that pushed through, a little north wind, kind of cool temperatures, a lot different. But the weather where you were at Ride the Bull was nothing like that.
Well, you know, when we got up at 5 o'clock in the morning and I walked outside, or when I got in at about 12 o'clock in the morning coming from Slidell, and Gary was already sleeping in his bed. It was so humid, it was unbelievable. Just like you knew the storm was going to come because it rained all the time I was there. But Don, this is a special week. I want to dedicate this show to Brandon Boyd. Brandon Boyd's a young guy we did the hog hunt with at the ranch up in Ville Platte, and he passed away. He fought a gallant battle, but he had touched so many lives. The chapel at the funeral home in Natchitoches was packed. Never seen that. But to be such a young man, he had more influence on me. He did more testimony and helped other people that were physically challenged than any young man I know. He died at the age of 25, but I don't think anybody that can be 95 and touch as many lives as he touched. Brandon, his daddy and his whole family were devastated, but it was really a celebration. Well,
he's in a better place, and certainly somebody that young to serve as that kind of inspiration, because anybody who watched him, you had to be inspired by him.
You know, I've been around a lot of great people I've had, but I'm going to put him at the top of the list of somebody that never complained. And his disease since he was born, I mean, every 2 weeks he was getting transfusions, and he was a guard in Angola at one time. He was a guard. He worked through everything. He loved video. He loved hunting and fishing. He'd do it all. And just before he died, after he was in the hospital, right before he went back for the last trip to Houston, he was at the expo and helping Jason Brand with Trinity Outdoors sell tickets on the floor at the Cajun Dome. So, Brandon, I know you're watching. Keep smiling down on Mr. Gary because I need your help. I know you're a great Christian and a great hunter, one of the greatest people I ever met. This is dedicated to you, Brandon, and from Josh and Mr. Jason and all of us that spend a lot of time with you. We get ready.
Good shot. Ready to go, Brandon.
Got my first hog, my first big hog. That was exciting. Yes.
Don, and you got some stuff coming up too. I know we want to talk about.
Yeah, we got a lot of news to talk about. I got some great upcoming events and also some photographs as always of some of the catches. We'll be right back. You're watching Paradise, Louisiana.
When you're ready to really enjoy life at a slower pace, become a landowner. First South Farm Credit specializes in financing and refinancing land, but not just for farmers. They offer loans to purchase timberland, hunting and fishing, or recreational property. Their experience in land, timber, and loans set them apart from standard lending institutions. Contact a First South Farm Credit loan officer for more information. First South Farm Credit, a specialized rural land investment lender helping you realize your dream.
You're watching Paradise, Louisiana.
We build tires, but not tires like anybody else. We build Cooper tires for people, not just cars. People who are chauffeurs and shuttle pilots, heavy haulers and heavy hitters. More than what your Cooper tires can do, it's about what you can do with your Cooper tires. Life's a road trip. Come on, let's go.
Healthcare reform is bringing change.
But one thing that won't change is our commitment to you.
We're Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Louisiana.
We're a not-for-profit company, and we work for you.
And whatever changes come our way,
You can count on us.
Count on us to pay your claims.
to answer your questions.
To give you the service you deserve.
You can count on us to be there when you need us.
That's our promise to you.
To get more answers on healthcare reform, visit us at bcbsla.com/healthcare reform.
Welcome back to Paradise, Louisiana, our Dog Day edition of the show. And Gary, there's been some hot weather out there, but we did get a little cool snap. Mother Nature gave us a little bit of a tease, and when I was out doing that time, I was kind of thinking about, man, maybe there's going to be some teal moving in here, get some of that little north wind blowing and bringing some birds in.
It did make a difference, just them few degrees. You'd be surprised how it did because the humidity was down. But it didn't take it long for it to come back right before that storm.
That's right. Well, we made a trip out, Captain Jonathan Sanchez, myself, he had a buddy, Darrell, came out with us, and we headed out to some of those rock jetties out there in the Breton Sound area and waited till the tide started moving. We first got out there, there were a few birds working, and as usual, when you're fishing under birds, you're going to catch your normal array of gaff topping, ladyfish, and all that kind of junk. But once that tide got rolling, the speckled trout turned on. We were using both plastics, and we were also using a live shrimp. Live shrimp, we were fishing under a cork, popping that cork out there right at the end of where those rocks would be, over the top of those rocks. If you went on the bottom, you had to go really light, a little split shot at the most, because you're going to get hung up in those rocks if you try to get anything with heavy weight on it. Ended up putting a bunch of speckled trout in the box. We had a lot of small fish, which has been kind of the standard for this year. No matter where we've gone, anybody you talk to will tell you both redfish and speckled trout. There's a lot of juvenile fish out there for some reason, and that's not a bad thing. Highlight of this trip, though, Gary, my cameraman, Mike Milan. Now, he doesn't get to fish much. Mike's not a real big fisherman. He prefers to keep the camera in hand. He doesn't want to miss anything. But on this particular day, he decided for some reason to grab the rod and fish with us.
Well, you had a lot of numbers of fish.
Oh, we did. Right. We had plenty of fish. We had a show shot. And lo and behold, the fish of the day took off with him. It ended up being a long fight, probably a good 15, 20 minutes. One of those ones where you go left side of the boat, right side of the boat, keep it away from the motor, watch out for the power pole, screaming, howling, directing going on. Jonathan Sanchez, the captain, he grabbed the camera, pushed the button, and turned it on. Because I had the net in my hand waiting for Mike's fish. And finally, after a short struggle, he got the fish in. Turned out about a 35-pound bull red. Not only the biggest redfish Mike's ever caught, it's the biggest fish he ever caught. And it was a perfect end to a perfect day. But I talked to Jonathan about it, and he's always got some good advice on fishing these dog days, some good advice for you. Captain Jonathan Sanchez out of Hopedale is Real Excitement Charters. All right, we're fishing dog day time, which can be good or bad.
You got to deal with the heat. You know, you get a lot of afternoon showers. They'll pop up, but the good thing about that is you can usually see them coming, or unless they pop up right on top of you, it's hard to deal with. But you can, for the most part, see a storm coming and just go around it, you know. The shrimp, your bait, you better bring some extra ice or have a way to keep them cool. That water will start to boil in there, and you'll be fishing with boiled shrimp. Never good.
Oh, shit. I wonder if he was on there, or did you feel him hit it?
No, I felt it.
Yeah.
Nice fishes. Be on the plus side because you don't have near the amount of fishermen out here, kids going back to school. A lot of people don't like to deal with the dog heat. It can be hot, but it can be phenomenal also, you know. Go out early, load your box, take it back home, be back at home time to cut your grass.
And a good bit of them, too. Mark?
Yep, there's a good dog day trout. Woo.
Deals you got to deal with in August is, I mean, the hotter the water gets, the saltier it is, the more and more what we call the teeth move in. You know, your sharks, your ladyfish, your mackerel, all kind of bluefish. It's just it to be a pain in the butt. If you're catching a heck of a lot of those fish, losing a lot of tackle, it's time to move, you know. You'll have some trout mixed in them every once in a while, but you'd be best off to just make a move and just go look for another location with just trout or, you know, a lot less.
There's a trout. Fooled you. Yeah, real pretty.
Good trout.
Big trout.
Quickening. I was wondering, I was like, man, I didn't even feel a bite. Most of the fish are really still out here. The fish that are on the inside, they're just too small to deal with. A lot of junk inside. Bait stealers, 10-inch trout. Like I said, the fish are definitely still out here in the outer bays, around the rigs, you know, even around the islands. But when you get around the islands, the further out into the sound you get, the sooner you run into the teeth, you know. So it's just pick your poison.
Wait, don't put him in there. I want to put him in that bucket because we're going to get a shot of dumping a bunch of them in it.
Oh, professional. That serious face on, Mike. See. Get the gas.
Let me get in there. Let me get in there.
Mike, you sweat, dude.
Pick it up. Pick it up. Ooh. And there's plenty of big bull redfish out here too during those dog days. Yep. All right, here we go. All right. So if you can put up with the thunderstorms and the hot weather, dog days ain't so bad after all.
Ask me about my Tempur-Pedic.
Ask me how fast I fall asleep.
Why not talk to someone who's sleeping on the most highly recommended bed in America?
Ask me about staying asleep.
Tempur-Pedic owners are more satisfied than owners of any traditional mattress brand.
Ask me how it feels after 10 years.
Tempur-Pedic, the most highly recommended bed in America.
Ask about Tempur-Pedic at Olin's, where you know you always get the guaranteed low price. Olin's is the only store in Baton Rouge and Lafayette with the full line of Tempur-Pedics.
You watching Paradise, Louisiana.
BluefinEyewear.com. Most comfortable polarized glasses around. BluefinEyewear.com comes with a lifetime guarantee. Join the Bluefin revolution now at BluefinEyewear.com.
It's time to register for the 2013 CCA Louisiana Star Fishing Tournament. 101 days of fishing and over $500,000 in prizes are up for grabs in over 25 divisions. The Star has something for everyone with offshore, inshore, kayak, fly fishing, ladies only, and youth divisions. And kids fish for free, courtesy of Academy Sports and Outdoors. And those 50 tag redfish are waiting to be caught. 35 weigh stations, 101 days to fish, all for $25 with a CCA membership. For more information, visit CCA.
Come to the family-owned and operated Cassius Casino in Port Allen today, where the Vegas-style video poker machines are ready for your entertainment. Cassius Casino is the finest, cleanest, classiest casino around. And Cassius 50-style diner is now serving seafood daily, along with your favorite home-cooked specials 24/7. Hey, Cassius is fun. Cassius is exciting. So come to the unsinkable Cassius Casino in Port Allen. Over the river 2 miles west of exit 151.
Welcome back to Paradise, Louisiana. And Gary, this past weekend, Louisiana hosted the largest kayak tournament, as I said last week, in the universe. They made it over 500.
Can we just say the world? Because that's what
okay, we'll limit it to the world, but it was.
I didn't see nobody from Mars there. They have some people that could have been from
some
Mars.
strange-looking ones.
Well,
yeah,
they're acting strange. I tell you what. But when you see that many kayaks out there, it was good. But you know that.
Well, we're headed down that way. Tell us what we're going to see.
Well, you started out the night before, you know, and I didn't get there, but Gary was there. But they had the dinner, and it was hosted by Mike and Mary Moran, Troy Moran, the Moran family, and all their kids. They tell me it was one of the best meals they had. They had a great meal. Then they had the film festival. Then they had, you know, the people getting ready, the excitement of it.
Film festival is?
The film festival is with people that take their own pictures with GoPros and everything. And GoPro, by the way, sponsored. They gave out 2 prizes.
And they judged the best.
They had 2 winners, and we're going to bring you a little bit more later on. We're going to bring you more about the GoPro winners, because we want to show you some of that video. So we got a rough show trying to get everything in that happened over there. So, and if you keep interrupting, I'm gonna make it longer than what it's supposed to be. But you know, the next morning it was just amazing to see people pulling in there, pulling their things. Get there. When you get, they had over 500 some people registered. They had 488 kayaks, pulling them out there. They were all getting ready. Was going there, people from all over the world, far away as Hawaii.
So how'd the fishing go?
The fishing went great, because as soon as they were out there, the first 5, 10, 15 minutes, all of a sudden here comes the chase boats and people coming back with fish. And some of the bigger fish come early. So they all start coming back in, and the tide didn't get real bad. Even with all the rain, it was drizzle, more rain, there wasn't no bad storms. And then after 10 o'clock, I'm going to let you see it. I'm going to let you see it. The tide changed, things got rough, but there was still a lot of fun, a lot of people catching fish. And that's all I can tell you.
Let's head down there now for Ride the Bull, Bridgeside Marina, Caminada Pass, and Grand Isle.
Chris Weaver from Hopedale, Louisiana.
Steve Barlow, Gonzales, Louisiana. Ready to catch a redfish.
Janet Rodas, Baton Rouge, Louisiana.
Sam McCarroll, Slidell, Louisiana.
Shane Pantoja from Baton Rouge, LSU Kayak Fishing Team.
Wayne Frazier, I'm from New Orleans. Out here riding the bull.
Deborah Anderson, I'm from Zachary.
Allison Soche, Gulfport, Mississippi.
Norman Walker, Baker, Louisiana.
Felix Pavy from Opelousas, Louisiana.
I'm Sarah Moore, I'm from Baton Rouge, Louisiana.
Jason Leach from Prairieville, Louisiana.
Samantha Meeker, Gonzales.
I'm Jason Marshall from Tulsa, Oklahoma. I'm gonna ride the bull from here on out.
When you come to Grand Isle, normally you want Bridgeside dynamite, but today to win the Ride the Bull is cracked crabs and fresh mullet.
What's it gonna take to win Ride the Bull? I think without question it's gonna take a 35-pound plus redfish, which is a really, really big bull red. But you know, we got 500 people fishing this thing, so I'm excited about it. Can't wait to see just this many kayaks going out into Caminada Pass to fish tomorrow. It's gonna be awesome.
CCA Louisiana is a proud sponsor of this event. We have been since it started, and as you're going to see today on the show, unbelievable record-breaking participation, and we're just happy to be a part of it.
We're just going to go out and shuttle fish back and forth. When they catch a fish, we'll be able to pick the fish up from them, bring it to the marina, get that fish recovered and released.
This is an extreme tournament because everybody gets out here at the same time, shotguns start. They all hook on to bull redfish. We catch a lot of them. We catch and release them. It's the only tournament like it in the world, and it's an amazing way to appreciate Louisiana's outdoors.
Unless it's lightning and unless wind picks up, we're ready to roll. We gotta get this thing cranked. We gotta do it.
Welcome to Ride the Bull 4, the largest kayak tournament in the universe. Now the key to winning this tournament is catch the biggest redfish and don't flip over. Here we go. We went to Paradise, Louisiana.
your hand on that leader and I can get him. Your fish. To the net. Head first, head first. All right, we got him.
New Iberia, Louisiana.
First time you ever caught a redfish?
First time kayaking with a redfish. First time I ride the bull.
You got one too? I got some on here. What's your number, brother?
286. I got it. You got your hook out? What's a big one too? What's your number, brother?
185.
185. Put him in this net. Just get him in this net.
You might have to unhook him.
Hey, I need some help over here. Get his head in the net. All right, we got him, brother. We got him. All right.
Yeah, baby, ride the bull!
Now, Gary, I'm holding Ann Taylor's fish. And this is what we're catching and coming on a pass. Here you go. You got it?
241.5.
Okay, so now what we're going to do, Louisiana Department of Wildlife and Fisheries and CCA are teaming up. We're going to tag these fish. Each tag has a unique number on it, so when somebody recaptures the fish, we can actually tell how far the fish has traveled and how much it's grown. And if they're really good, they're doing really well, we're going to release them right here. If they're not doing too good, we'll actually try to revive them and make sure they're doing really good before we actually put them back in the water.
Nice. We got to go, Jeff.
Ooh.
32.96.
Real bad, and the wind was bad too. So it was still a good day fishing though.
I mentioned that you had 480 plus boats, and some people were productively fishing while others were fighting the elements.
Well, they got to stay out here because the tide's ripping behind them barges, and put 2 or 3 on the rocks. We're trying to keep them out of it.
It was pretty out of control. Tide was rolling. We got a little tropical depression. We didn't want to cancel it because people just wanted to do it.
Just touch the leader and we'll get them on the net for you.
Winner right here.
What do you think about riding the bull?
Sweet, man. Great experience. Love it out here.
We want to thank the U.S. Coast Guard, Grand Isle EMS, the Grand Isle Community Development Team, and the Port Commission for helping us with the rescue
35 volunteers that helped put this on.
And the person that traveled the farthest, Domain Lewis from Hawaii.
Welcome to Ride the Bull 2013. The winner, Mr. Jeff Gleason. I don't, we call this a stream kayak. This had to be an extreme kayak.
This is way more extreme than last year, absolutely.
It was more extreme for you too, but you are the winner. 32 pounds, 32.96, I believe.
Yeah. I got that fish about 9:30 this morning before it really got, you know, pretty dangerous out there. You know, between the swells and the wind and the real high, strong current, you know, it was a little sketchy, and it's the first time that I've actually been a little nervous out there. Well, I was using a cut mullet. I had it rigged up on a three-way rig with a real short lead line. You know, when I got out there this morning, when I was actually getting close to where I wanted to fish, you could see bulls just rolling on top. There, I mean, you could see the bait as well. So I quickly anchored, and within 10 minutes, I was hooked up.
I just think it's a lot of fun. I mean, it's easy to do. I can drag the kayak with my car and really go anywhere I want and fish.
My first tournament, these guys are professionals, but, you know, I figured you know, I saw your show and you came up and said it was a good thing to do. It was fun. I figured I'd try it out, and it was a blast. So, 10th place, first tournament, you know.
Well, we've always billed this as an extreme kayak tournament, and it certainly was this year. We've got a lot of help from all of our sponsors over the years. The Backpacker's been there since the very beginning back in the tournament. CCA as well. KC Kayaks has been there every year with a boat for us. Backpacker actually came, and Hobie Kayaks came in with 2 this year. So we had 3 kayaks total and all kinds of great surprises from our sponsors. Louisiana Sportsman helped us promote it. GoPro came up and they actually gave us 3 GoPro cameras. 2 of them we used for the film festival on Friday night. We had some great videos that, kayak fishing videos that people have submitted to us over the year. So we showed our 10 best ones. Cajun Industries was a huge help as a financial sponsor to us this year. Costa and Yak Gear, some of our other prize sponsors. Klein Peter Dairy was a financial sponsor for us. Bridgeside Marina is our facility sponsor. Buggy and Doty, Renee and Robert, Jared, they all do a great job and really help us put on a great tournament. We couldn't do it without them. Temple Fork Outfitters, the Yakaholics did all of our hats for us this year. Cypress Bayou Casino stepped up and they gave us some great prizes to give out, door prizes. And Friends of Grand Isle came like last year and did a great jambalaya lunch for us. Red Bull contributed product, Sign Express, Outcast Custom Rods, Angler Bell, Wilderness Systems, and of course, Paradise Louisiana. Gus's Tackle and Nets in Slidell have been with us since the beginning, always contributing great products. Michael Brand came up this year and had these wonderful hand-painted Ride the Bull crab Mardi Gras beads, gave them to all of the volunteers and also to each one of the winners, and that was a real treat for all of us that we didn't expect till the day of. But the Heroes on the Water that we always support during the tournament, it's just been a great bunch of people that have gotten together. The Moran family that did dinner for us was exceptional. People raved about the dinner. They're our neighbors, and they really stepped up individually and brought in big cookers and got their whole family involved in cooking for this rowdy crowd.
Can't forget the Holmeses.
Yeah.
Chris and Vicki Holmes, man. He's actually the tournament coordinator. He doesn't know it, but he really is. And she's awesome, too.
I have one really big thank you to say to one of my best friends, Avery Royal, who is our registration coordinator. She was the one that made this whole tournament work for us. She put in hours and hours of work, and we really appreciate all her help.
I want to thank the people of Grand Isle because really at the core of this thing were people who helped Kristen put it together, and they were all from Grand Isle.
I want to ask him, but he's going to make a prediction. 2014, I want to hear it one more time. We had over 500 people registered, 488 boats in there. How many are we predicting for next year?
I think we're going like 1226.
Oh, no, come on. 1,200, I don't believe it. But you never know. Don't put nothing past it.
Hey, I told them just bring a friend. If everybody brings a friend, it's there.
Benny's Car Wash and Oil Change has been keeping cars and trucks in Baton Rouge clean and running smooth for over 50 years. At Benny's, we feature professional car washing, complete detailing, high-tech waxing and buffing, interior cleaning, and tire shine. Benny's, one stop for car maintenance with complete oil and lube services and even state inspections at our express locations. Visit one of our 5 convenient locations, including our newest store on Greenwell Springs Road. And don't forget to stop by Be Quick Convenience Store and Fuel Stop. Benny's Car Wash and Oil Change. Drive in dirty, drive out clean.
You're watching Paradise, Louisiana.
We build tires, but not tires like anybody else. We build Cooper tires for people, not just cars. People who are chauffeurs and shuttle pilots, heavy haulers and heavy hitters. More than what your Cooper tires can do, it's about what you can do with your Cooper tires. Life's a road trip. Come on, let's go.
Welcome back to Paradise, Louisiana. And Gary, teal season is almost here, and right behind that's going to be the regular duck season. And we got a special treat for him today called a Decoy Buddy and a special guest.
We're always looking for new equipment to make hunting easier. Besides, with the ducks coming down, we're waiting. I can't think of nothing better. Got Carlo Paternoster here with Decoy Buddy. He's a Central resident, happens to have been by me. Been trying to get together for months. He's got these Decoy Buddies all over. He's been going to all the expos, but I wanted to see them firsthand. And Carlos, tell us all about them. I'm just glad you're here.
Thank you. Yeah, it's an adjustable decoy anchor. You can adjust your anchor to whatever depth you're hunting, up to 10 feet. It's got 8 ounces of weight in there and keeps them from tangling up. You just reel it up to whatever
and
keeps them
it catches in the grass and mud.
Right.
It's got cleats on it.
That's right.
Just like an anchor you see in a
right.
boat. It's got this little handle here to reel it up in case you don't want to do it with your hand.
Right, you reel it up. It's a floating handle. That way if you drop it, it floats in the water.
This is what I was looking at a while ago when you were showing it on the big decoys. You got them on deal. You had a rubber band on. I was wondering what it was, and also you got another way to add weight.
That just shows what it can do. You know, add more weight.
Especially when you're in current. Now,
right.
The wax of people with a lot of bad current. This
when we were testing them, we did it without the extra weight, and it had the decoy bouncing in the Amy River out there. You know, so. But that shows that you can add extra weight and stuff like that. And then the attachment bands, which we also carry, just shows that you can secure it like that.
Stick it in decoy bags and
ready
to go.
Right. They're tangle free as it is like that. But you know, some people like them in a, you know,
but it's a quick grab.
Right.
Well, the best thing about this whole thing is right here. It sits up tight. And anybody that's ever been duck hunting knows you open up your sack in the dark, it's 4:30 in the morning, and you got spaghetti. You got them all tangled up, and you're trying to undo them, and you're hollering at your buddy. This eliminates all of that, and it's one of those products that's just so simple, you wonder why nobody thought of it before.
Yeah, I've heard that a lot. A lot of people ask. And we made it even simpler to where, you know, when you're 4 o'clock in the morning talking about, you know, how do I work this thing? Just do it like a fishing reel. Hit the button and reel it up. That's it.
Well, speaking of that, if you happen to be hunting in a spot where they got a few fish, what pound test could you reel in with it?
It's about 120 pounds.
Get a nice catfish in there with that.
Everything is over the 100-pound mark. Matter of fact, Aunt Cheryl cut her hand when we were fishing with them on the noodles. She was trying to pull one up, and it hung up on a log, and it cut her hand. She got 15 stitches.
Well, how do you have them? How do they come? As far as
we have a dozen that comes with a floating handle. Or we have the Pro Pack, which comes with 3 handles and 3 dozen anchors, and also 3 dozen attachment bands, and then we sell a 3-pack, and also a floating handle separate too.
What's some of the stores you have around the state? I know you got a bunch of outdoor outlets right now. Right here in Baton Rouge is Bowie.
Bowie has them. Spillway Sportsman is getting them. Pat's Hardware is getting them has them in St. Francisville, and then we have them in Arkansas and Missouri and several other stores. But
more people you're looking for them, and also you can get them on your website. You know, you can order them.
www.decoybuddy.com. Yep.
That's it. Give me an idea on retail price on them.
Retail for the 12-pack is $69, and then this is $215 for 3 dozen, and these are about $20. So.
Very good. Well, thanks for making duck hunting a little bit easier.
We're trying, yeah.
Anything to make it easy is certainly worthwhile.
Just getting us all excited. The teal season right around the corner. Lord bless us. Don't let no more tropical storms or hurricanes come here and kill all that grass.
Check it out, decoybuddy.com. We'll be right back with more. You're watching Paradise, Louisiana.
Aerial Access Equipment has been serving Louisiana, the Mississippi Gulf Coast, and Southeast Texas since 1998. Our trained sales staff has the expertise necessary to ensure our customers get the right piece of equipment for the job at competitive rental rates. Need help with choosing the right machine for the job? We'll come to your job site and recommend the right machine to meet your needs. Remember, quality, reliability, safety. Aerial Access Equipment, your aerial work platform and forklift specialist.
John here. Welcome to my kitchen. On those hot summer days, there isn't anything better than a cool tuna fish salad. One of the best ones around is made with Louisiana remoulade dressing. Make sure you add in your chopped celery, your chopped onion, your relish, chopped egg, your mayo, and remoulade. And we add all that to 7 to 9 ounces of tuna fish. And you will end up with a cool remoulade tuna fish salad. Look for the recipe at ParadiseLouisiana.com. Try it today. It's wonderful.
Welcome to Paradise, Louisiana, and welcome to another segment on wildlife artists. Now, we've traveled all over the state in the 10, 11 years that we've been on the air, and we've brought you paintings and carvers and metal sculptures, all that has to do with wildlife and wildlife scenery. Now, through all these years, I have one of my neighbors, my fellow parishioners at St. Alphonsus, is Mr. Alan Crochet. And Alan, we've been trying to get together for a couple of years so we could come see some of your work and what you do. It's been beautiful work. Now, you and I were talking, I call it carvings, but what do you call it?
I call it bas-relief, technically. What it is, it's just a shallow carving as opposed to a sculpture in a round, like a duck. The duck carvers carving around. Three-dimensional, in other words. This is 2.5 dimension, if you want to go into it technically.
You know, we have parish jubilees and parish fairs and stuff, and you've always donated something. I've seen a lot of your cabin scenes. You have cabin scenes that you've done, and they were so beautiful. You did things for the church, had religious theme, a wear the cross. I mean, you've done so many carvings, and you still do. But what is your favorite? You know, the things that you do, is it the wildlife carvings you do? Because this room seems to be full of wildlife carvings, Cajun scenes, you know, old schools, old churches. What is your favorite?
Louisiana, up and down. My favorite probably is the Cajun scene, the Cajun cabin, Cajun people. That's my heritage, Gary. So I think I lean in that direction. I've done thousands of carvings. Now, wildlife is only one facet of what I do. But I do plantations, go to the history of the state, the wildlife, like you said, the bayou scenes, you name it.
You know, you've won a lot of awards lately, especially, and I wanted to go back to the history for Alan Crochet, but you, just last year, the Louisiana Foundation for Historical Louisiana bestowed a Lifetime Achievement Award for art for your carvings, and they have, every year they have a big function, and they paid you big honor. A big article was in the Advocate in the papers around the state. You just this past week they had an article about you and one of your students from Livonia High School. How did you get started in this? And
into wood
you
carving?
You are a master artist.
We taught ourselves. I was showing slides on the Egyptians, and they carved on limestone all their kings and queens and everyday scenes, everyday life. And a light bulb went off in my head, and I said, we can do that, but we can do it on cypress. And that's how the plan originated. So we did that for maybe 12, 15 years at Livonia, and I decided to retire, and I haven't stopped and I haven't looked back. Yeah, I used to carve on a small, low bench, and it got to where my back would be hurting me, and that dog would come up there and put his big old muzzle in my lap. He weighs 115 pounds, and I couldn't work with him. So he chased me off of that. I went to a bar stool in the back, and I carved on my patio. That's what my workshop is really. This is just a display area. I don't call it a gallery or anything like that.
You were born where?
I was born in Morganza.
Morganza.
Native Morganza.
And your first teaching job is it elementary school or?
Elementary. I taught elementary for 5 years at Livonia. And they finally gave me an art job. I had a degree in art. I didn't have a degree in art education in elementary. So I had to go back to the university and earn 9 hours for accreditation, you see. I was teaching a T certificate, temporary. And then after 5 years, they gave me a full-time art job, to my delight. Yeah. I was like a rabbit in a briar patch.
On met un titre op kop, du rouge et du lipstick. On va aller danser à soir. La vie elle est trop courte, on n'a pas de temps à perdre. Allons danser du descendu.
Mr. Allen, but you do almost exclusively. You do Cypress, huh?
That's it.
Louisiana Cypress.
And then I like to carve on the stump, the base part of the tree, because the grain is very, very dense. It's not grainy. Here, I'll show you. See how tight that grain is? That makes it easier to carve. You can go across the grain very easily with a knife, you see. I've been getting this wood from this guy for about maybe 20 years, I guess.
What's his name?
Dennis Guy.
La vie elle est trop courte, on n'a pas de temps à perdre. Allons danser tous les samedis. Yeah, right.
You say this is your first one. It says Morganza Depot. I can understand that's where you were born.
Right.
That is your favorite on this wall?
Right. This was built in 1945, I think, 43, 45, somewhere around there. And the station master was named John V. Whitty.
Well, look, we're going to do this one now. Naturally, my favorite on this wall is the wildlife, but with the LSU football season coming up, the Tiger, LSU Tiger.
You like the tiger on the prow?
One of my favorites. Now we're going to go here. This was you was telling me one of your favorites is always the Louisiana history, the seafood, all the stories of Louisiana seafood, one of your favorites.
Yeah, I love seafood too.
Yeah, and who don't in Louisiana?
Who doesn't, huh?
You're not from Louisiana if you don't.
Yeah.
If you don't see the art and the beauty.
We talked about the old guy over here, Mr. West. Yeah.
The deer.
The
got
deer.
a very rare bird. Some people say they still see a sighting. You think
I think they're mistaken. I think they're talking about
ivory-bill woodpecker.
That's ivory-bill.
And then my favorites definitely is going to be the duck and the pelican. Paradise, Louisiana. That's how I am. I might have to get you to do one when I get my camp. But this spoonbill roseau, and is it. And last but not least is what I want to do. This is original wood relief paintings by A.B. at the Allen B. Crochet.
Yeah. A.B. is Allen and Barbara.
Allen and Barbara.
Yeah, my wife, Barbara.
Right. Well, here we are. That's your phone number?
Right.
225-925-8616.
Right. That's my little sign that I use for shows, Gary.
There you go. 9223 Stratton Drive, Baton Rouge, Louisiana. By invitation only. You come in and visit you and call and everything you got for sale. Almost, huh?
Just about.
except for that beautiful painting you did at the outdoor scene for Miss Barbara in your living room, and that wedding picture you had of Miss Barbara. So
Right.
Great.
Yeah, I'd get murdered if I tried to sell that.
Here it is, man, Mr. Alan Crochet, like I was telling you, the Foundation for Historical Louisiana, they appreciated his talents and they gave him a Lifetime Achievement Award. He got a Lifetime Appreciation from me because I've seen a lot of your work all over our parish, so thank you very much for the interview, and maybe I'm gonna make another visit. I won't be gone so long. I'm gonna come back. There's some of these things that if the show keep going good, I'm gonna be buying something. Very good.
When you come back, I'll have some different stuff to show you.
That's what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah.
Wildlife
I'm
and fish, though.
Always thinking of different things. Yeah, wildlife and fish.
He had a lot of fish the other day, but he sold them. So that little article in the paper did good. Congratulations again. You're watching Paradise, Louisiana. This is one little short segment we try to do, show you about what the wildlife art is and how many great artists we got. So stay tuned because you're going to see a lot of duck carvings be coming in the next few weeks.
Come to the family-owned and operated Cassius Casino in Port Allen today, where the Vegas-style video poker machines are ready for your entertainment. Cassius Casino is the finest, cleanest, classiest casino around. And Cassius 50-style diner is now serving seafood daily, along with your favorite home-cooked specials 24/7. Hey, Cassius is fun. Cassius is exciting. So come to the unsinkable Cassius Casino in Port Allen. Over the river 2 miles west of exit 151.
Of all the tools in your house, this could easily be the most dangerous, but it doesn't have to be. At Dimco, we can't stress this enough. Just keep it, and you, far away from power lines.
Demco, your Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
Welcome back to Paradise, Louisiana. Time for our news segment. Gary, one thing I want to cover, Wildlife and Fisheries asked us to clarify kind of a mistake that was made in the official hunting regulations pamphlet this year with regard to feral hog hunting. It states in there you can hunt feral hogs on a wildlife management area whenever any season is open. Well, some people took that to mean the nighttime raccoon season. That is not correct. It should have been pointed out in there that you cannot hunt on a WMA for hogs at any time during the night. There's also some night hunting that is allowed on private property, but it fails to admit that you can't go out there on a WMA. So bottom line, if you're going to hunt feral hogs on a wildlife management area, you got to do it during daylight hours when a season is in progress. So hopefully that'll clarify that. Also, a couple of events coming up. If you're watching this before Saturday, I'm going to be out at Spencer's Feed and Seeds Deer Extravaganza. Dave Moreland's going to be making 2 presentations, and Dave does a great presentation you don't see much about, tracking bucks from a feeder. And that's opposed to, you know, trying to track a buck doing a peek of the rut when anybody can find him. Then this is a really good program. He's got prizes to give away. He's going to give away some muzzle loaders and boots, and there's lots of seeds and fertilizers. That's from 9 to 4, Highway 25 in Folsom at Spencer's Feed and Seed. Also coming up, if you want to make a dove hunt, we're extending an invitation to hunt on an opening day of the Mississippi season. It's going to be Sunday, September 1st, 2 o'clock at Crane Creek Hunting Preserve. That's in Poplarville, Mississippi. I'm going to be out there with my dog Gracie. There's an 11:30 barbecue that's followed by 2 o'clock. Move out to the fields to go shoot doves on that opening weekend of the Mississippi season. We're going to run his phone number on the screen. Give Lance Ladner a call, or go visit the website if you want to make a reservation. I know you got some stuff coming up too.
Oh yeah, but you know, you're talking about dove hunting. This is fast around the corner too,
right
real fast. You know, and I used to make my annual hunt in Kentwood and all over North Louisiana, but it's some tough stuff right now. So get ready for your dove hunt. You better start calling in. If people don't know where to hunt, I'm sure pretty soon maybe next week we'll run some of the wildlife management areas that you can hunt. But there always get to be a problem at the end of the year. The National Wild Turkey Federation, Louisiana State Ladies Event is in Bunkie, Louisiana. That's where they call it Louisiana State Bossy Hens presents the inaugural State Women in the Outdoors event is September 13th to 15th. It's the Cecil J. Picard Center in Bunkie, Louisiana. You look on the website and you see a little bit more about that. The other news we got is congratulations to a couple people right now, and I'm going to tell you Steve Smith and John Garrison, and in top 10, we'll run on the screen. They finished Louisiana Saltwater Series, the Redfish tank, and then they got all the other tournaments coming up. Yep. That's right, and I think you got a kayak tournament coming up right now. It's going to be at Bridgeside Marina. This coming up, the kayak IFA tournament's coming up this weekend. There's so many things I want to tell you about, but the biggest thing right now with me is the Duck Festival. Duck Festival starts from Thursday and runs all the way through Sunday with the State and Goose Duck Calling Championship. That's in Gaton. You see we got a shirt on. Don got his hat on. My shirt from 2005, and I remember that. That's a
memorable year,
the
no
two
doubt.
big hurricanes. Don, one other thing I was going to try to remind people, I want to praise a couple people that Maeve and Roy, they got an award, the Ocean Heroes Award, and they'll be coming up pretty soon, and we might have them on.
I hope to get them
here,
back on the show. We had them on before.
And check the schedule out. We got a lot of DU stuff coming up.
Sure do.
So you'll see it on the screen. That's it, Don.
All right, we'll be back with our Abu Garcia fishing report right after this on Paradise, Louisiana.
Louisiana Farm Bureau Insurance doesn't hire celebrities to push auto coverage. We think people might like to make decisions based on service and savings, not just because that guy from that show says it's a good idea. Instead of faces you know from your TV, we offer faces you know from your neighborhood. Because we're based in Louisiana, with local agents right in your town. That's really the only thing we want to be famous for. Louisiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Real service, real people.
Benny's Car Wash and Oil Change has been keeping cars and trucks in Baton Rouge clean and running smooth for over 50 years. At Benny's, we feature professional car washing, complete detailing, high-tech waxing and buffing, interior cleaning, and tire shine. Benny's, one stop for car maintenance with complete oil and lube services and even state inspections at our express locations. Visit one of our 5 convenient locations, including our newest store on Greenwell Springs Road. And don't forget to stop by Be Quick Convenience Store and Fuel Stop. Benny's Car Wash and Oil Change. Drive in dirty, drive out clean.
These engines run for thousands of hours to prove we did. With 20% more cleaning agents than before, Shell nitrogen-enriched gasoline.
No, the gasoline protects your engine better!
Awkward. Try Shell nitrogen-enriched gasolines.
No other gasoline protects your engine better.
Visit Cracker Barrel convenience stores before heading fishing or hunting. We have more than you expect.
Welcome to the Abu Garcia Berkeley Fishing Report. And Gary, the big news freshwater wise came out of New Orleans City Park. Tim Zeisis ended up catching a 9.05, barely broke it. If you remember back on Mardi Gras Day, there was a new City Park record at 9 pounds caught. He topped it with a homemade frog. All that little cool weather we talked about, little cloudy conditions, got that fish to biting, and you'll see a photo of it. Beautiful fish, a new state park, not state, but a City Park lagoon fishing record. So if you're looking for a hot bass spot, you might want to go to the lagoon. What you got freshwater wise?
While we're talking about freshwater, I'm going to tell you the spillway. The spillway is hot for some people. I went all over it. I went with my friend Rick Valet. Went to his beautiful houseboat. We fished all up in Middle Fork, West Fork. We fished all the places that we've been here and kept fish. Went to Thibodeau Chute, and some people still catching fish there, but we didn't. We caught the only fish we caught. We didn't catch, we keep about 6 or 7. He caught most of them, was on crankbaits off of points, and also fishing red shad worms. We talking about fishing, you know, in the spillway right now, it's still the points. Most people catch them on points, catch them on basic baits. They catch them on white spinnerbait because they're shad. They catching boarfish. Most of the fish are the big bends and big pigeon. That's where they're catching the fish. I stopped over there and I talked to a young boy, and I'm gonna go out with him talking to him. He was talking about how he's been catching fish for weeks on a crankbait, the color, where he's been fishing, how he's been fishing. We'll go out with him. You know, the only other fish we're having is the Red River right now. Midway Marina has been sending me pictures of sac-a-lait, catfish, everything. Thank you so much, Capt. He's sending me all those pictures, that report. That's the only ones we're getting right now, especially from central part of the state. And they have nothing from Toledo Bend. Freshwater down in the marsh, I've been having a few people catching them when the tide is right down in the pension area. And that's it. I got to give a shout out to Cindy Whitman. She called it Leeville. She had a 42-pound drum on a Zepco and 12-pound test line.
Ouch.
So we're going to run a picture of that. Donis, that's it. That's
all right,
all
well,
I
we
got.
want to continue to get you to send. That's where we get these reports. We get them from the professionals. We go out ourselves, but we get a lot of them from you, the viewers. So send those reports with your photographs to Gary at ParadiseLouisiana.com. And speaking of the website, don't forget you can purchase some official Paradise Louisiana merchandise there. Check it out at that ParadiseLouisiana.com.
And I got to get that news thing is my niece, Taryn Sturgis. Name's Taryn Sturgis Eubanks. Taryn, you do a great job. She is Eloquent Designs. You can get a look on her website. She does a well graphic design work. And thank you so much for doing our website, Taryn. Well, I don't know what else.
Let's go to the young man that provided us with one of those fishing reports.
Justin Champagne
we
and his girlfriend, they were wearing them out.
With a crankbait, fished the points. I went up Old River and went through Mallet and got on pigeon and fishing points. And I've been wearing the fish out for about a week now.
And basic colors, shad colors?
Shad color. 200 series bandit.
Hey, Cooper.
Paradise, Louisiana, with Gary Risponi and Don Dubuque. Paradise, Louisiana would also like to thank these sponsors.
Baton Rouge Coca-Cola Bottling Company. Aerial Access, the leader in aerial work process. Benny's Car Wash and Oil Change. Cracker Barrel Convenience Stores. We have more than you expect. Blue Cross Blue Shield of Louisiana, Farm Bureau Insurance, Louisiana Fish Fry Product, Demco, First South Farm Credit, Area Wholesale Tire Company, with tire programs for tire dealers.